Good morning and welcome to Monday Matins for April 5th. Today we're talking about hope. The book of Jeremiah has these words, "I alone know my purpose for you," says Yahweh, "my purpose for your prosperity and my purpose not to harm you, my purpose to give you hope with a future in it." And in the words of Langston Hughes, "Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is like a broken-winged bird that cannot fly." We've been living through a time in which we've felt many dreams die, many plans dissolve into chaos, hope dissolving into near nothingness, and we've all needed to find our own coping mechanisms to deal with the reality of our growing despair and frustration. Yet, even in the darkest of times, when the deaths due to COVID started increasing exponentially, when we had to shut down seemingly everything and realized we couldn't even be with our loved ones, when we didn't know how long it would be before a vaccine was developed, and now when so many people seem incapable of receiving the vaccine. You know the difficulties we faced. You felt the grief brought on by our many losses. But hopefully, somewhere in at least a small corner of your brain or your heart, you've had some hope residing. It may have been the tiniest seed, easily forgotten, but it was just waiting to spring forth and bloom. Somewhere within you lies the knowledge that it ain't over till it's over, and that can apply to positive thinking as well as negative. Somewhere within you, there's a longing for all that is good and beautiful and a knowledge that those things still exist in our world. Writer Peggy Symons has written an article, "Hope is a Worthy Walk," describing her experiences with her own mental illness and the difference NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, made in her life. These are her words. "I thought about it for a long time. I found myself looking through a window into the backyard. I saw what was left of winter. There was a drab picket fence, sticks and dry branches, plants and fallen leaves that had been bitten by the winter's last frost. I could almost hear twigs snapping under my feet as I walked through the yard, searching for something brighter or some sign of new life. As I walked, I sifted through the fallen leaves of the vision, and I found the ashes of all the lost years of my life. I couldn't see hope or a future because there was no light, only suffering so deep there were no frames for words. The only answer I offered to my family was Freudian finger pointing. But hope was waiting for me like dawn still waits for the rising sun. New medications came and dusted the demons of my illness from my eyes. At age 43, I woke to see the sun for the first time in my life. When I turned around to the vision of the backyard, I brushed my fingertips through the dust of the dark years, saw what they had become. Beauty for ashes, light for darkness, hope for despair. I saw the light of hope, and it swept over this backyard and its broken branches. I saw flowers of every color, shade, and hue, even the subtle shades of the same color. Every flower was different. Their beauty was stretched out as far as I could see. All of them were turned toward the sun. They were moving in the wind. I heard the words of hope in the wind, and I knew there was power in the shadow of its wings. And so the vision grew, and I saw the flowers are you. The precious gifts and talents you are being gathered from the garden of hope. I saw them arranged into bouquets. Each one was different. Those of us living with difficulties were the ribbons running through the bouquets. Not only are the days brighter with brilliant blooms of hope, but all of tomorrow is blessed by your light. As we look forward to the day this pandemic ends, when all have been vaccinated and are safe, may you cling to that hope which resides within you. May you give it shelter and sustenance so that it might reach the fullness of its potential. I'll close with words from Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. May God bless your week with endless hope for brighter days. Bye.